Hello fellow grower, I'm back again and welcome to my channel, The Late Grower. It's summertime in Manila and right now the heat is getting terrible day after day. And one of the problems of growing in containers in an urban setting such as myself is you will see leaves of your plants drying up, such as this one for example. So scorched leaves, you will find lots of them. This is an avocado tree growing in a container and was exposed to direct sunlight for a few days, and this is what happened to the leaves. So if I did not remove it from direct sunlight, sorry for the noise, I can somehow maybe expect all of these leaves to dry up before the summer is over. Here is another avocado tree, and look at the leaves. You can see they are now falling off. Uh, this is caused by the sun. Too much heat caused this to these leaves to dry up. Okay. Now this one is a soursop tree. This used to be very leafy, but right now it dropped a lot of its leaves because of getting sunburned. See, but one good thing is that it is also at the same time growing a new set of leaves. Now, one thing about growing in an urban setting, such as myself, in particular, in my case, my wall is concrete, my flooring is also concrete. So this concrete magnifies the heat coming from the sun and causes problem to the plants. Now, one thing good about container gardening is that I can remove my plants from direct sunlight and place them in a shaded area, which is exactly what I would do in a little while. Now, another thing that I have to look after in this summertime is the watering needs of my plants. Now, during summertime, when heat is really getting terrible, I would say, your plants need to be watered regularly. Such these pepper plants, for example, I remove them from direct sunlight, and since they are growing in a 1 gallon container, uh, plastic bags, I need to water them almost on a daily basis. When they are in direct sunlight, I had to water them twice a day, once in the morning and once in late afternoon. Okay, but right now when they are not exposed to direct sunlight, especially during midday, uh, I noticed that some of them, this one in particular, started growing or blooming, okay, producing flowers. You see, when they were exposed to the sun, flowers dried up. They started dropping, so I removed them from direct sunlight. After the leaves dry up, the next thing that they would do is to fall. And look at these dry leaves. Okay, all of these leaves came from a black palm tree. This one. This is a huge black palm tree, and it's been dropping dried leaves every day. So I have to sweep these dried leaves every morning. Now, after sweeping the dried leaves, what I normally do is to burn them, just like what you're seeing right now. Now, there might be some environmental and health concerns in other country when it comes to burning leaves in your backyard, but hey, this is this is Manila, and we have no laws against it. So actually, it is normal practice for people in the neighborhood to burn dried leaves in their backyard instead of just throwing them away or just letting them be, causing maybe possibly more harm than good, especially if suddenly it would catch fire without you knowing it. So in this case, I burn my dried leaves. And did you know that there was this old, I don't know if I would call this custom or way, that wherein the old folks believe, at least Filipino folks, the old ones believe that when you smoke a tree, or a plant. It would encourage them to blossom. Now, I don't really know if that's true, but one thing I am certain is that smoking trees and plants in particular, just like in this case, my peppers are being smoked, some of them. Smoking them would help eliminate insects. So, mosquitoes in particular, even plant insects. So, I do this normally, and so far, somehow, I have not been problematic when it comes to plant insects in this side of my backyard. You see, I also have a front yard. I was in the front yard earlier. So, this is the backyard, and this is where I burn my dried leaves. So, my pepper plants are getting a big dose of smoke, and hopefully the insects will be driven away. Okay, so while I'm burning the dried leaves, I'd like to show you this papaya tree in container that I have right now. It's growing in a 20-gallon container, and the size is about 2 inches in diameter from the base. Actually, it has grown quite considerably, and this is the next papaya tree that I will be making an update of later, especially when it starts to bloom. One problem that I have with this papaya tree is that this one is female, and I don't have a male papaya tree, so I need to find a male papaya tree. Uh, I just don't know how I would do it, but we'll find a way. So I just would like you to see this papaya tree in container. They can grow in a container, really. And this is one example. Okay, so this is it for this particular video. I just would like to share with you the problems that an urban gardener, and one that grows in containers at that, uh, problems that we experience, me in particular, especially the temperature when it is really getting hot, no? And what are the remedies that can be applied. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!